Inflated jobs numbers, phantom financial debt, shoplifting impacting profits, and Blackrock layoffs. Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video with your friends. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Elizabeth McDonald titled, "Initial U.S. Employment Reports Overstated by 439,000 Jobs in 2023. According to the author, this means initial jobs results were inflated by 439,000 positions, and the job market is not as healthy as the government suggests. In my opinion, some could construe this as being disturbing. What disturbs me the most is the fact that more workers are holding down multiple jobs to pay for a higher cost of living due to a cumulative 17.4% inflation rate under this White House. What type of quality of life do you have when you need to work multiple jobs, especially if those are multiple part-time jobs with no benefits? That is the sad reality for many everyday Americans. Many bean counters and organizations across the country have figured out they only need a small number of full-time employees, and they can cycle in and out an army of part-time employees. When they figure out they are being taken advantage of and there is no future at the company, these part-time employees leave, and there are often new people lined up to take their place. In some cases, the new people take the job thinking if they work hard and do a good job, they may be able to secure better paying full-time employment with the company in the future. Maybe that would have worked decades ago at some companies, but that isn't what often happens these days. Understand, I'm not just talking about entry-level employment at fast food or retail locations. This is happening in professional occupations all over this country. This allows companies to report record profits, which makes stockholders happy, and it helps line the pockets of executives who have compensation packages tied to company performance. I'm sure some of you have seen this happen before your very eyes. Please share your stories in the comment section below. I personally don't get excited when I hear about glowing employment reports because of what I just described to you. Politicians like to take credit for a booming economy and strong employment figures, but to me, it's more like a 1960s muscle car that looks good from 20 feet away until you get closer and realize the quarter panels, rocker panels, lower fenders, and the trunk pan are full of Bondo, and the frame is completely rotted out. Here's another disturbing financial news story that I read today. This article was on CNBC.com, written by Jessica Dickler, entitled, "Americans are racking up more phantom debt. Why that's a problem." According to the author, over the holidays, the use of installment payments hit an all-time high, up 14% year over year, according to Adobe's latest online shopping data. Buy now, pay later is now one of the fastest growing categories in consumer finance, according to a separate report by Wells Fargo. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, does this not scare you? I mean, seriously, it is not a good thing that the fastest growing category in consumer finance is buy now, pay later loans. This really paints a picture for us regarding the financial health of many American consumers. The author of this article goes on to quote Tim Quinlan, senior economist at Wells Fargo, as saying, "Because no central repository exists for monitoring it, growth of this phantom debt could imply total household debt levels are actually higher than traditional measures. Since buy now, pay later loans are not currently reported to major credit reporting agencies, that makes it a challenge for a lender to know how many loans a consumer has outstanding." Tim Quinlan from Wells Fargo isn't the only one ringing the alarm about this. The author of this article also referenced Ted Rossman, a senior industry analyst at Bankrate, who said, "It's hard to know how much of this debt is out there. It's this kind of shadow debt that's hanging over people." Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share my thoughts about this. Let's think about this from a bank's point of view. Let's say a man strolls into a car dealership and the finance manager runs his credit and everything looks great, and they extend this customer a loan through one of the financial institutions that they partner with. What the financial manager and the partnering financial institution didn't realize was that this person had a mountain of debt accumulated with buy now, pay later loans from a variety of companies, such as Affirm, Afterpay, and Klarna. This person may be unable to pay back these buy now, pay later loans, and may also be unable to pay back that car loan. The guy drives off the dealership lot, racks up a ton of miles on the car, puts cigarette burns on the seats, throws fast food wrappers and bags on the floor, dents the back bumper cover when carelessly backing out of the liquor store parking lot, and gets the paint job keyed by his ex because he failed to pay her the child support that he owed that month because he was spending so much money filling the tank and joyriding around town in the new car that he bought. A short time later, the lender has to repossess the vehicle, and now they have a trashed vehicle on their hands, which they will likely unload at a dealer-only auto auction for a fraction of what it cost new. This could have all been potentially prevented if all of the buy now, pay later debt showed up on the consumer's credit report. Now, this is a purely hypothetical scenario, but it really could happen. Please understand, there are people out there who use buy now, pay later loans responsibly and honor their commitment to pay back the money. Some may simply want to take advantage of a sale during a time when they don't have the money, and they fully intend on paying back the loan once they get paid. There are countless examples of how people use buy now, pay later loans for justifiable reasons and then pay the money back according to the terms. I personally just find this buy now, pay later loan phenomenon to be very interesting. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Unfortunately, some people who don't have the money to buy things that they want resort to shoplifting. I read an article today on foxbusiness.com written by Emma Colton titled, "Grocery Chain Reveals Shoplifting Losses Outpace Earnings as Theft Ticks Up." According to the author, a grocery chain that operates in Belgium and the Netherlands called Jumbo said that shoplifting losses exceeded profits made by the company in 2023. The chain said that shoplifting usually leads to a loss of 100 million euros or $110 million each year, exceeding the anticipated annual profit of around 80 million euros or $88 million after taxes in 2023. Now, here is the most interesting part of this story. Jumbo officials said there was an estimated 60% increase in shoplifting incidents in 2023 compared to 2022, with the cost of living fanning the flames of theft and crime. This was reported by the Financial Times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that Jumbo is able to reduce the amount of shoplifting moving forward so the company can remain profitable. This article illustrates how the increased cost of living is impacting people and businesses around the world. Often when I read stories about stores losing money due to theft, organized crime is cited as the culprit. Nowhere in this article did I read about organized crime. The Financial Times indicated the cost of living was fanning the flames of theft and crime. This would seem to indicate that there are people desperate for food and some are willing to shoplift to put food on the table. While many of the billionaire elite got wealthier this past year, there are a lot of people who are struggling around the world. It is unfortunate that some may be resorting to crime to survive. Not everyone has access to a local food bank. Even if someone is located in close proximity to a food bank, these organizations can often run out of food donations. There are some people who have no family support, few skills, and are underemployed or unemployed. Life gets real once you get hungry. Some resort to crime to satisfy their hunger. In the wild, some animals kill other animals for something to eat. At times, it feels as though we are digressing as a species back to animalistic behaviors. Hungry people who are looking for a job to feed their families may not find one at Blackrock. I read an article today on the New York Post written by Charlie Gasparino titled, "Blackrock Plans to Lay Off 600 Employees, About 3% of Global Workforce." According to the author, Blackrock, the world's largest money management firm, plans to announce layoffs in the coming days of about 3% of its global workforce. This is according to information from Fox Business. I wish these employees who are getting laid off the best. I hope they are able to secure new employment quickly. This is an example of why it is so important to have an emergency fund. You never know when something unexpected in life is going to happen. Sometimes it takes a while to find a new job. Having an emergency fund to rely on can make life a lot easier during a period of transition. BlackRock is not alone when it comes to laying off employees. I read an article on Forbes.com written by Jack Kelly titled, "Wall Street has been quietly cutting 20,000 jobs in 2023. According to the author, the top banks in the United States have been quietly cutting 20,000 employees throughout 2023, and more job losses are coming, according to CNBC. The layoffs on Wall Street are a worrisome sign of the continuing broader economic challenges facing the U.S. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are definitely a lot of economic challenges facing the U.S. and its citizens. Many people are struggling due to high inflation. We have some who don't know how they are going to make their student loan payments after a 3.5-year pause. Some people have seen higher vehicle insurance, higher homeowners insurance, which has impacted their monthly budgets. Some people have seen reduced hours at work during a time when they need more money to pay for everything in life. Food, medical care, daycare, vehicle maintenance, and rent have all gone up in recent years. Many people haven't seen their wages keep up. These are some tough times for many everyday Americans. Now, keep in mind, there are people who own assets who have flourished in recent years. Some people are wealthier than ever and can't begin to spend all the money they have. The divide between the haves and the have-nots grows wider here in our great country. Rest assured, BlackRock isn't the only company that will be laying off employees in 2024. The year is just getting started, and I am confident we will read about a lot of other layoffs moving forward. Do you work for a company that has been laying off workers? If so, tell me about it in the comments section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.